Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Friday, July 26th. I'm John Weigell here with Sara Friedman, and this is the Hustle Daily Show. Today, we're going to check in on the state of robots in the world. Robots are more present in our society than ever right now. Some are in kitchens, some are friendly companions to children, but their presence is only going to increase over time. So what robots do we have today, and what places will the robots occupy tomorrow? We'll chat about that in a bit, but first, let's give you the hits and headlines today in business and tech. Starting off today with some mild outrage, Southwest Airlines is introducing assigned seats for the first time ever to placate and also charge customers who want premium seat options. It will also start offering its first red-eye flight, so a bit of a double-edged sword there. Sara, what do you make of this Southwest transformation?
Yeah, so this is a big deal. They have been, operating kind of outside of the normal rules for 53 years, and this is the first time they've changed anything. I think they're facing a lot of pressure from plane delivery delays caused by Boeing issues and industry overcapacity. So this is kind of their way of responding. And along with the changes to the seat assignments and adding red eyes, they're also adding some extra legroom seats. And they had previously announced in-seat USB charging and stronger Wi-Fi. So they're clearly just kind of trying to keep up with the Joneses and be more competitive with other airlines and kind of offering things that we have all come to know and love. But on social, not everyone's happy. Some diehard Southwest fans are really upset about this change.
Yeah, I've never actually taken a Southwest flight, but I have heard of people on both sides of the issue who have either loved or hated their way of doing things. Sounds insane to me. Sounds like the megabus to me when you're getting on there trying to find a seat. So never done it, have you?
No, I've been steering clear because I too have been victimized by the megabus, and the idea of wrestling for a middle seat is just too traumatizing.
All right, next. Disney and Warner Brothers Discovery launched their Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max streaming bundle in the US, starting at $17 a month with ads. $17 a month is pretty crazy. That is approximately the price of Netflix every month as well. But all these streaming bundles are getting pretty insane. A lot of services coming together. Next, Chipotle is reminding employees to scoop generous portions following complaints on social media alleging skimpy servings. Chipotle also reported an 11% year-over-year increase in Q2 sales. Sara, what do you think about this portion crisis at Chipotle?
Yeah, so we actually ran a survey on this topic recently in the newsletter, and 52% of our readers said that they've noticed smaller portion sizes at Chipotle. So I think there's definitely something going on there. Also, importantly, 28% said that they mix up their burrito bowl when they eat it, while 29% said that they eat it left to right. So just to drop some other important data points there.
That was honestly awful to learn. I can't. Do you eat left to right? I'm a mixer. I have to mix it all.
I'm left to right. I wasn't aware that this was... I know it's really a hot button issue. The country is divided.
Whoa. Yeah, that is sowing some division in our country more than already exists. Okay, next up, Las Vegas's transit systems are going to use AI to detect guns on its over 400 buses amid a nationwide increase in crime on public transit. And finally, be careful out there, y'all. Electric bikes and electric scooters rose in popularity between 2017 and 2022, and so did the problems with them. During that span, e-bike injuries annually increased 100%, while scooter injuries went up about 45%. Then this all in addition to news about e-bikes being able to spontaneously combust, which has happened before. So watch out, everybody. Okay, on to the main story today. Some of us are worried about the rise of robots, but today we're going to give you a good old update about where they're at with their inevitable world domination plans. So, Sara, what's going on with robots nowadays?
Yeah, so they have been very busy, for better or worse, and they are infiltrating all different parts of our lives. One that I found interesting was that they are possibly coming to the spa. There's a company called Ascape, and it's making massage robots that can give you a massage devoid of any of that awkward human interaction that can happen at a traditional spa. So the way that it works is a guest will wear, the company makes these proprietary loungewear outfits. It kind of looks like a full body suit, and it's designed to reduce friction from the robot's arm and also help the robot sensors scan your body and know where your muscles are while they're giving you a massage. And guests can then use a tablet that's underneath the massage table to control the pressure and to watch which muscle groups are being massaged. It's definitely futuristic, and robots don't have thumbs, so we're TBD on how effective this could be. But they're already available in a luxury hotel in New York, and the company said that it's going to be shipping out 200 robots in the next year to hotels and gyms, including Equinox.
Wow. Seems like a vast improvement from your everyday kind of massage chair. But still, that is very interesting. I didn't know about that use of robots. But going from massages to the more commercial uses or the payment uses to the home, are there any new uses of robots in the home as well?
Yeah, there's an interesting study happening at MIT. Researchers are looking into the use of simulations for training robots in our homes. So the study uses an iPhone to scan a part of your home where you would need to do a task. And that kind of means that rather than a robot practicing a task in real life, it can practice within a simulation. And that would be a big deal when it comes to if you want your home robot to wash your wine glasses, rather than learning on your actual wine glasses and maybe needing to break 100 of them to learn the lesson, it can practice 100 times within a simulation in the time that it would take to do in real life once, and not break any of your stuff. So it's actually a pretty cool update and would make it just much easier to actually have a robot doing tasks that are unique to your home and your setting.
Yeah, I think that this is probably the most exciting new use of robots for me as far as I'm concerned, because, the damn dishes, the damn laundry, they just keep creeping up. So having something in the house like that would be nice. And also the idea that a robot can practice something is very funny. You will be training your robot most of the time to do these household tasks. And, another use of robots that has come up previously is robots kind of in the food sector. We've talked about robots being integrated slowly into fast food and flipping burgers and whatnot. Are there any kind of other developments in that area?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot happening in the food industry. One interesting one is a startup called Chef Robotics, and they're programming robotic arms to pack frozen meals that you would find in the grocery store. And that task has previously been done almost exclusively by humans. Frozen meals, traditionally, there's specific portions of rice and vegetables and all their little sections. It's actually a little bit more complicated than other food tasks might be. So this startup is trying to disrupt that. And the one-arm systems cost less than $135,000 a year. So this might kind of drastically change the way that we're packaging frozen food.
This definitely raises some alarm bells for the whole humanity is being replaced argument in terms of AI and also in terms of physical labor for robots. Now, beyond that, is there any other way that robots are kind of making their way into the workplace as well?
Yeah, good old Elon Musk took to Twitter/X to say that Tesla will have, quote, genuinely useful humanoid robots working in Tesla factories within the next year. This was, again, just a tweet, so we'll see how this pans out. But he also said that there will also be, quote, high production robots available for sale to other companies in 2026. So, humanoid robots are kind of the final frontier. Ultimately, when we move past robotic arms packaging food, it would just be, robots that look a lot like real workers working in Tesla factories. So we'll see how quickly this promise of his happens, but it's definitely being talked about.
Yeah, that seems to be the, as you said, final frontier of this whole thing is getting humanoid robots, which we're so used to seeing in sci-fi movies, prevalent every day. I used to think that when for example, I heard of like fast food robots or like production robots. I picture them as humans, but in reality, they're mostly the time just arms because it's just more efficient to do things that way. But I don't know how I feel about seeing humanoid robots around every day, but I guess that's something that we may have to get used to in a few years.
Yeah, I think I actually prefer my robots to look as little like humans as possible. There's something just much more comforting about that. Like I'm fine with kind of a lo-fi looking arm if that just makes me feel a little bit more in control of my life and my career.
Yeah, definitely disembodied arm is less scary than full human robot. Agreed.
Exactly.
All right, and that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for tuning into the Hustle Daily Show. We're a proud part of the HubSpot Podcast Network. Our editor today is Robert Hartwig, and our executive producer is Darren Clark. We've got a lot more tech and business coverage in our newsletter. If you're not subscribed, go get yourself signed up at thehustle.co/email, and we'll see you Sunday.